You may not realize this, but you're actually like a computer. You have your own operating system. But what happens if your operating system is out of date? Well, I'm here with Daniel and Sandra Biskin, who created the Codebreaker Platinum series to help you download your highest self. Sandra and Daniel, thanks for being here.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
It's great to be with you.
So you have uncovered the Codebreaker Platinum series. Share with me what that's all about.
The Codebreaker Platinum series is a beautiful body of work where we wanted people to be able to make it easy for them to change their thoughts so they can change their life and obviously change their world. And people now, there is this incredible awakening in the world. Obviously there is, we wouldn't be doing this show if there wasn't. There's an awakening in the world, and a manifestation of that is this higher consciousness, is this spiritual being that's emerging, which quite frankly is who we are.
If someone is operating from the ego mind, what would that look like?
When you're operating in the ego-mind code, you'll see the same thing that you would see in the Divine Mind Code totally differently.
Yeah.
In the ego-mind code, you'll see something as an attack or as fear, whereas in the Divine Mind Code, you'll see the same thing as a call for love.
Yeah.
In the Divine Mind Code, you're very expanded and forgiving. In the ego-mind code, you're very contracted and you're very judgmental. In the Divine Mind Code, you see everyone as another version of you. In the Ego Mind Code, you see everyone as separate.
You know, if I had a glass of water here and it was half full and I held it up to everybody and I said, what do you see? Is it half full or is it half empty? Well, when you're in the Ego Mind Code, which is what you asked us about, you're going to see that as half empty because the world looks grey. And most people who are unhappy, they're unhappy because they're definitely operating through their ego mind programs. And make no mistake, the ego mind is very sneaky because it's all the unconscious fears that block us from having the success we want. So they're really the unconscious fears that stop us from being the best version of who we are. So when you see that glass of water half full, then you know, okay, hang on a minute. Today's a good day. I'm feeling happy today. What's going on? And you realize that you're much more aligned with your own personal power. You have more inner peace. And you know, the books in the Codebreaker Platinum series, they start with peace, which is power up your life. And I know we've spoken about peace quite a bit. And that inner peace is something that is very important to each and every one of us. You're not going to get it from outside yourself.
Daniel, what are your thoughts on peace?
Well, peace is your natural state when you're not disconnected from your true self by ego-mind programs. So peace is an energy, and it's the state in which you naturally seek the highest and best for all concerned. Peace is not just a ceasefire. Peace is actually a very active state and energy. That's who we really are.
We live in a world with a lot of social unrest. So when we have violence around us, how do we find peace within that?
We have to go inside to find peace. Peace is not dependent. The peace that we're talking about is the peace in this Codebreaker Platinum system. And this is a holistic paradigm that we discovered based on this discovery that we all operate by codes. And we learn that peace is not something that is external. Peace comes from within. And the only way to experience peace is to go inside and experience inner peace.
Yeah. I think if there's a lot of chaos around you too, that would really, for me, be the warning bells that I need to find a space on my own. I need to really go in and meditate. I need to use my intuition to find out what is going to be the highest and best good for everybody concerned in that situation. And you bring up a very important point about when there's a lot going on around us. Forgiveness is a really important part of this Codebreaker Platinum system. And without forgiveness, you're going to end up feeling at unrest about everything. There's never peace without forgiveness.
There are many people who feel it's very difficult to forgive.
Yes. Forgiveness is the most important thing that we can do for ourselves. It's really enlightened self-interest. Dr. Jay Roberts has done an extensive study, and he found out that when you don't forgive, it's actually, what does he say? Holding a grudge can kill you. Can kill you. So let's think about this. When people are loath to forgive, they're really, they're having a physiological, biological process going on inside their own body. It's not even about the other person or the other situation. They have increased cortisol, inflammation, heart attack, cancer, bad relationships, unhappiness. They're just a few of the things that happen when you cannot bring yourself to forgive. And the ego mind code is not going to forgive anything. But when you're in your heart and you do forgive, you have happier relationships, you have better heart health, you have much better overall health. Honestly, when you're dealing from that place that is love, and you have asked me a question because we've known each other for so long, and you said, what does love look like? And I thought that was an interesting, we talked about that a lot, and we thought, well, love doesn't really look like anything, it feels. Love is a state that you find yourself in. And it's that state that is who we are. It's our source, it's our connection, it's our true self. It's really that connection to our higher self.
So is love the key to forgiveness?
Absolutely,
Without doubt.
Kristen.
Yeah.
Without unconditional love,
Yeah.
forgiveness is just judgment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love is the fuel of miracles. Love and true forgiveness is a miracle. Love is the most powerful force in the universe. It's the catalyst of creation, and it is who you are. It is who we are.
Yeah.
And our purpose is to grow and evolve and have fun expressing the love that we are.
Yeah.
So in your series, you have 8 separate books.
Yes. They are really beautiful. We discovered the password to unlock the Divine Mind Code. And we started writing the book, and we put all of the words of the aspects of the true self up on the board, and these were the books we were going to write. And it was peace, love, awareness, trust, integrity, neutrality, unity, and mindfulness. And there it was. Platinum just jumped out at us, and we realized that if you could live in a platinum state of mind, you could have a platinum life and be the best version of who you are. And in that place, you're always in the Divine Mind Code. And I know in everyday life, people are going, well, hang on a minute, you know, this is really difficult. But this is an easy system. You know, there's tools and there's techniques that people can use, like some breathing techniques and some lovely tools. But if you think about how easy this is, we're saying to you, in one moment, you don't feel good. In that moment, the most incredible choice you can make for yourself is, well, do I want to stay here because I know I've got a program running, I know I'm blocking my success, I know I'm blocking the love that I am, or do I want to really get centered and move into the Divine Mind Code and operate from my own personal power?
That is the most important decision any of us ever make.
Yeah.
What code are we operating in? That determines what mood we're in. That determines how we experience life. And that is our choice.
In Mandala, we feature a 2-minute meditation with many of our guests. Would you like to share a brief meditation with all of us?
We would love to, yes?
Can't think of anything better.
Why don't we do the neutral still point breathing, because this is something that everybody can do and at any time. So if you just want to close your eyes and just imagine this incredible white light coming down and filling your entire body and becoming aware of your breath. And what we're going to ask you to do is to take a really deep breath and hold it. Just hold it. And in that place, there's no thoughts, no emotions. That's your neutral still point of peace. And just letting it go. And another one, taking a deep breath in and holding it. No thoughts, no emotions, your neutral still point of love. And just allowing yourself to stay there, up there, in between those breaths. And allowing your body to breathe normally, but as your body breathes normally, Just stay up there in your neutral still point of peace and love. Allowing your whole body now to align with the peace and love that you are, that resides within you. And taking a deep breath. And just letting it go. Feeling good? Yeah. So that neutral still point breathing, if you're going into a meeting or going for a job or somebody's just pressed your buttons and you're not feeling good, just take a second to go to that neutral still point. Mozart was asked, what was the most important note? And he said, the space between the notes. So we just took ourselves to the space between the breaths, which was the space between the thoughts and the emotions.
In the Platinum Series, does it matter which order, or do you have to have mastered them all?
I love
Well, wonderful question. You can jump in anywhere, but
Yeah.
we would certainly recommend you begin with peace, because peace is the foundation for creating a platinum state of mind, which is what we need in order to live a platinum life. And living a platinum life is living the best version of ourselves. That's living independent of external circumstances, where we choose our state and we live by design and not by default. If it's based on peace, we would then say the next step is go to love. And the second book in the Codebreaker Platinum series. And love is where we connect to the essence of who we really are.
So for many people, peace and love are concepts that are
Yeah.
outside of themselves. So what are some practical steps that one can take right now in this moment to experience peace or to get in touch with love, or any of the books that you have?
Well, I think if we're talking just on a very base level, I think becoming very observant about what you're feeling in any given moment, right? And becoming very mindful of how you're feeling. Also, put yourself into a situation, like in a place in nature, for instance, like where we are. Put some fabulous music on, and I'm not talking about heavy metal now. I'm talking about put some music on that really gets your body to that place where you can connect. Look, honestly, if you put a smile on your face right now in this very moment, you just feel better. I mean, smiling is when it comes from your heart, that's something that brings you into a state of peace and love. So right in this minute, why not just smile? Okay, look, your whole face lights up. You're beautiful. When people smile, the essence that they are, the love that they are, shines through. And when people smile, they're not so scary, right? So if you really want to connect to peace and love, for a start, go inside, which is where peace and love reside. Meditate, heighten your intuition, get your awareness going by becoming observant of what's going on around you, of what other people's feelings are, and genuinely care about yourself and other people. So think about somebody that you love, and that really ignites that love within you.
Absolutely. Sandra and Daniel, thank you so much for being here with me.
It was great to be here.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Kristen.
Thank you, Kristen.